Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get my podcast off the ground, Big Sam Presents Raw, I had lots of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? How do I make money from my podcast? Well, the answers to every one of those questions is very simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now, Anchor can match you with great sponsors too, so you can get paid to podcast. Yo, it is a dope platform. Bad easy. You just use your iPhone or your smartphone or your computer. Record, press record. You don't even need to buy a mic or nothing. Upload the joint, put a little bit of literature in there for your description, send it out, share it with people, collect money. So if you always wanted to start your own podcast, making money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start. All right. To join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. ANCHOR.FM/START. Can't wait to connect with you. Vibe with me.
What up, everybody? It's your homie Big Sam. Just giving you a heads up and a reminder. If you are on Facebook, you need to find me. That's right. You need to find me, Big Sam. I have a couple of groups that I want you to come, join, participate, engage, leave comments in the group, share posts that are in the group, and respond to the goddamn posts. You know, likes, loves, laughter, and all that good stuff. Invite your friends, but engage. Don't just come in and be no damn wallflower. You could be a wallflower. You could be what you want to be. It's your thing. But I am asking for some social media interaction. Like I said, on Facebook, I have some groups. One is hashtag VIBEWITHME, VIBEWITHME, hashtag VIBEWITHME. That's one of my groups. Then I have a group called, well, it would probably help if I took out my goddamn phone and looked at it at the shit that I have did in my did. Vibe With Me is my main group. That's like the group I started. But, excuse me, it's not that active. I do forget about it sometimes. Not even gonna lie about the shit. Hey, it is what it is. At least I'm telling you, goddamn it, this is what the fuck it is. All right, anyway. Then I have another group called Podcast, PODCASTS. But really, fuck that. I need y'all to pay attention to Vibe With Me. Yeah, that group on my Facebook. Because that's my group, goddammit. I think I need to take a shit. Oh, I just farted. Oh, man. You ever fart so hard that you had to lift your body up to let the air come out because there was so much fucking pressure coming out your asshole that it was a little like it was bouncing off the seat and reverberating through your cheeks to your colon? So you had to relieve some of that pressure so you didn't feel like you was getting fucked in your ass? Oh, okay. Man, don't act like I'm the only one that be thinking about this shit. You be thinking about it. You might not say it, but you be thinking about it. Anyway, you need to check out my Facebook page, my Facebook group, hashtag Vibe With Me. I do also have a Facebook business page called Big Sam Presents. Big Sam Presents. From time to time, I post shit on there. I do forget about that shit. But then I also got my regular Facebook, Big Sam. Actually, I got about 27,000 Facebook accounts. I don't know. I got a bunch of them. But yeah, go and get in that Facebook group. Connect with me. Talk to me. Vibe with me. As well as you need to get on MeWe. That's another app. MEWE. Yeah, I'm all over social media, goddammit. Find me on social media and interact. Oh, yeah, I'm launching a radio station. That's right. Big Sam is going to have 2 radio stations, in fact. I'm going to have 2 radio stations. One is for ASMR sounds to include oceans, winds, water, rain, things of that nature. And I'll also have ASMR of me speaking and brushing my hair and whatever else I choose to. If you don't know what ASMR is, You guys need to goddamn look that shit up. Actually, someone put me onto it some time ago on accident. I did that shit on accident, but you know, it's cool. Autonomous sensory meridian response. Now, if I didn't enunciate all them damn words properly, you're gonna be all right. But yeah, I do the ASMR. I got a YouTube channel, Big Sam Presents, and I have some ASMR videos on there, me making mazes. I got to get back into that shit. I mean, like, I don't know, man. I just get distracted and I forget about the cool shit that I got. I could do an ASMR today on my goddamn horror. Brushing my hair. Brushing my hair. Oh, man. Did you like how that sounded? Yep, I am launching a radio station. In the process of doing all that shit. It probably will not launch until April. I think that's when I'm gonna actually launch it. I don't know. Who knows? I'll get spontaneous and just be doing shit. Case in point, this was supposed to have been a promo for my social media, and now it just turned into me just rambling. And I don't feel like editing this shit and cutting it up. So I'm going to put it on all my podcasts. Say, what the hell is this man talking about? It don't even matter. It don't even. Welcome to Big Sam Presents Raw, my podcast. Peace out, bitches.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the music of Wink Castillo. Wink Castillo. WINKCASTILLO. Wink Castillo. You can follow him and connect with him on Facebook and Instagram. Castillo Red Productions is his Facebook page. And you can contact him for all inquiries as relates to recording, production, and whatever your needs are. Please enjoy smooth sound. What's your name, man?
I'm Junior.
Junior? Where you from?
Yeah, I'm from the Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic. That's what's up, man.
Yep. Where are you from?
I am in Georgia, United States.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a couple miles away from you, man.
You're in Florida or something?
I'm in Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah. So as the topic says, understanding life. So
yep.
Expound on it, if you don't mind, please.
Understanding life is like figuring out what everything is, right? Like why we're living it.
Have you discovered your why? Have you discovered your why?
Oh, why we're living?
Yeah, have you discovered why you're living?
I think I have. I just not sure.
Oh, okay. You care to share?
Huh?
Do you care to share?
No, not at all.
Found?
So I feel like this completely then has to be created by somebody, because everything just seems like it's so much design and everything.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I don't feel like I know the religious guy made everything. I just feel like there's a creator. I'm not sure who created, but I know.
Yeah, a creator.
So
I try to look at. I come from a background of very religious, and I have been taught. I was taught for many years that one person created everything, and as I've gotten older, I started to challenge those thoughts and those beliefs, and the more that I read, I find it to be very interesting.
yeah,
To be very, very interesting. I don't really think that in life we really need religion, man. To be honest with you, I just think if we have some good morals, some good respect, and learn how to love each other for who we are, for how people are, where they're at, we'll be all right.
I understand that.
You don't really need like a deity to worship, do you?
Hmm.
Huh?
I agree.
Oh, okay.
I mean, religions have good stuff, but have a lot of bad stuff too. So I think everybody should just find what they believe in on their own. Like
Yeah, and don't try to force people to believe what they believe.
I
I
feel
can't
like
I can't understand stuff the way that you understand it because I didn't live your life. So it's not fair for me to try to understand your religious belief. After all, it's yours. It ain't mine. You the one that gotta believe it, not me. So why should I try to understand it?
yeah, I think everybody should just find and decide what they want to believe in and their
Yeah.
to not base what they think on what somebody else told them, but just what they experience and have their own opinion on the world.
Yeah, life will teach you a lot of lessons that books might not necessarily or might not necessarily be able to do.
Most of the
Just
things we
experiencing life.
need to learn it from books.
Say what?
Most of the things we really need to learn, we don't learn them from the books.
I think it gives us a good a basic idea of like the basic principles of it, but you don't really until you actually start getting in situations and living life and uh, having to face different things. That's where you're really, really going to learn. You know what I'm saying? The book gives you an idea, and don't
Yeah,
get me wrong, reading is imperative. You need to read, but at the end of the day, the knowledge that you get from a book is only good when
if
when
you
you put
put
it
it,
to use, when you have a actual scenario to put it in.
it's
Right,
like a recipe.
right, right, right. That's what's up, man. What you do during the day? Yo, you still there? You still there, man?
Howdy, howdy, howdy. I am in my truck riding down the road in Augusta, Georgia. Hopefully, this recording goes through. My headset is broken, my phone is broken, and I'm giving you all of my excuses because that's what it is. But in the midst of all of that, all my stuff is breaking on me, okay? My camera, my main camera, my go-to camera, my Canon 70D is, I don't know what's going on with that joker. It's freezing and doing things on its own as if someone is operating it remotely. So with all this confusion going on, I could get frustrated, I could get upset, I could get pissed off, quit, give up. Nah. This is how I'm going to counter it. I'm going to find people that I really don't know, strangers, love on them, process it. Some may call it working through insecurities or covering insecurities. I call it, hey man, do what you got to do to spread positivity. Yo, when you around negative stuff, you have to inject some kind of positivity. You got to find it one way, shape, form, or fashion in the form of music, spoken word, a podcast such as Big Sam Presents, where I just try to encourage you on the fly. Something, get around some positive people. You have to figure out a way to inject and be in an environment of positivity. If you are surrounded by negativity, you have the ability to change your circumstances because, or excuse me, not because, but in different ways, whether it's getting up, walking away, secluding yourself from the conversation, putting on some headphones, listening to some music again, going off reading the book, removing yourself from that company, that crowd, not associating with those people anymore, what have you. Whatever you have to do, separate yourself from the negativity and attach yourself to things that are positive and constantly being positive to you. Now, fake positivity is not what you want. You don't want anyone that's going to be deceiving to you. You know, genuine, true, honest positivity. And you'll be all right. Hey, if stuff is messing up, it's cool. Take a deep breath, relax, regroup if you have to. Don't quit. Sometimes the best thing to do is either take a break and or adjust, and then refire. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, do not quit. Only you can fulfill your life mission, your life vision, your life goals. Only you can. You the only person that can manifest your best life. So why not do it? Big Sam, gone.
Did you know Big Sam Presents is available on iHeartRadio? That's right. You can put iHeartRadio in your internet browser and or download the app and look up Big Sam Presents with the Z at the end of Presents, and you will be able to listen to my podcast, now available streaming on iHeartRadio. Take your ass to iHeartRadio and subscribe to my damn podcast. I appreciate you, baby.
Okay, the topic is about growing up in the hood. Nobody doesn't really understand like growing up in the hood unless you actually been through it. Like, I got a couple of friends that lived in the suburbs and they think everything, I think, in my opinion, like, I heard my mom say this a couple of times, like a couple months ago, actually. She's saying white people are more privileged than black people. And I thought about it. I see it. I see it. I don't know if this is because if the parents had went to school and went to college. I don't know if it's just because they feel like the parents nowadays have to spoil their kids and give them what they want. But I know I was growing up in the hood. You couldn't do that because you got to get off your ass and go get a job.
Interesting. What's your name?
Young Aquarius.
The reason why I asked because the people that listen in, they're not going to know your name unless you tell them. That's the reason why I asked.
Yeah. But my name is Young Aquarius.
So what are the struggles of being in the hood versus being in the suburb from your perspective?
And my perspective, 9 out of 10, I bet you that in the hood, there were some families that probably couldn't afford to keep their lights on half of the time, or, try to get their kids some new shoes. And nobody doesn't see that from the people that's in the suburbs. You got your things and nice cars and all of that, but at the same time, you're not going through the same struggles as a person that was growing up in the hood that didn't have nothing. The parent that didn't have two parents in that house. Either had a one parent like your mom or your dad just left the mom and left with the kids, didn't say nothing, didn't care, or living with the grandma because the mom is in jail or the daddy ran out from strung out on drugs, or the dad in jail and mama strung out on drugs, or she prostitution and doing all whatever.
Well, I wonder, I understand environments can shape a person's perspective. But at some point, let's say if you are in the hood, at some point, shouldn't there be a desire or at least some kind of curiosity? Is there more? Is this the best that I could do? What is it like to be the people outside of the hood, and some kind of spark or curiosity that would at least provoke a person to want to do better. Is that plausible, or am I just like wishfully thinking?
I don't know if this will answer your question, but I'm gonna try to answer it as best as it like make you understand where I'm coming from and how it will make sense. Okay, I grew up in the hood all through my life. I grew up in the projects. I've been around in the hood, and up through my child life that now I got six siblings, and a child of my own. And basically what I'm getting to that is I graduated from high school. My mom never graduated from high school. My dad didn't graduate from high school. And basically, even though I have a high school diploma and I growing up in the hood, and statistics say this, and if you don't believe me, look it up. But I tell you, you will believe me that most people who grew up in the hood will not graduate from high school because they will drop out. Because the fact that it is they have to take care of their little brothers and sisters, their mama is locked up, or they having financial situations. It could be anything. But I don't know if that answered your question.
Well, I mean, you answered it the way you wanted to. It's cool, I didn't necessarily grow up in the hood, but I know that the way I was living and the lifestyle I was living and the economic freedom that I had was non-existent, and I wanted something different. And so I literally had to change my environment and get into a new place. If I wanted to do something different, I couldn't stay in the same place and keep doing the same things, but expect a different result. That's just not going to work. So, like, I literally had to change my entire environment, move out of the state, and just do something completely different. And then it didn't stop there. I started, because I changed my environment, I understood or learned the importance of reading. And then so I started reading books, But it started with a desire. I mean, I get if there's no inspiration around you, but still at some point, you could be just sitting around chilling or whatever and then just think, man, there's got to be more. And it should spark something.
The crazy part is that what you just said, that it made me agree 100% with you, because I had graduated from high school. My mom didn't graduate from high school, and I was thought so close to drop out of high school until I had people to sit there and push me and tell me, no, you got to keep doing what you're doing.
Interesting. So then, again, the environment is playing a role on the person, like psychologically, right?
Yes. It just depends on who's on what. It just depends on a person's vibe. If they're in a shitty ass vibe, they're going to give you a shitty ass vibe because they want to see you fall. They want to bring you down because they're not happy.
Right,
And
right, 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 right.
push those people to the side and say, no, you can't be in my inner circle trying to sit there and make me feel like that because you're not happy. If you're not happy, you can go fix that on your own, but I'm not going to do it.
Right. So I wonder what would it take to change the vibe in the hood, you know? Like, I know different religious organizations at particular times of the year, like Mother's Day and Easter, maybe Christmas or whatever, they'll start going in the hood and inviting them to come to service on Sunday, but it's not a consistent thing throughout the year. So what could be done to consistently keep positive influences in the hood, as well as show people a different way or a different route, and hopefully change the perspective of everyone?
Well, let me tell you this right now. I'm going to answer that, and I'm going to right now. Well, where I stay at, I live in Illinois, and where this town has been, I've been changing up my location with me and my son pretty often because I knew there was some things was gonna go down because I could feel it, and I've been watching my surroundings too. So, you know, in a certain city, that some things been popping off. And people dropping dead, getting shot, getting mugged, and all this. People robbing banks, people stealing cars, and it's like, really, like, how? What was really going on? And I think the community has something to do with a lot with it because people end up getting a book, getting arrested, and going on trial, and people getting handpicked out of the community, out around whatever. What it don't matter where you at, Madison County, St. Clair, Calhoun, it don't matter. People are getting arrested because they don't think that the society is sitting out there watching. That's the thing. These young cats, and coming from a 24-year-old, I'm 24 years old, and coming from me, it's surprising because I'm not sitting out here not just doing nothing. While I'm doing something and keeping myself motivated, I'm sitting and watching my surroundings and my P's and Q's because I know there's some people out there watching. They're waiting for me to mess up. They want me to sit there and fall because that's what they want to do. It don't matter where you come from. The community is going to watch you no matter what. No matter what.
You know, here's a suggestion. Be intentional to constantly say positive stuff. To like really be purposeful and intentional to constantly say positive things so that you're constantly putting positive energy out around you. So everywhere you go, you're always emitting positive stuff. I understand that a lot of times we are involved or we see negative issues. As soon as we address them, follow it up with something positive so that we can start changing circumstances and environments. You know, if the first step, if we don't have the resources or the assets or the political pool or what have you to make a drastic change or a significant change at one time, then we just got to constantly put positive energy to it. For some people that are religious, they call it prayer. For others, it's just always speaking admiration to it or saying positive things about it and not dwelling on it. Then hopefully around us, and they'll start constantly speaking positive to their surroundings. And, you know, you just create a whole new wave. And maybe that'll be the influence of the community that you're in.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Basically, the community need to step up their game and reach out to the young kids and tell them, hey, I know that your parents ain't trying to teach you nothing, no disrespect or anything. You can't sugarcoat it with these kids nowadays, because kids nowadays is getting raised to do anything they want to, and their parents think that's okay to be the kid's friend. And no, it's not. It's not like that. You can't do that, because like I said, I'm 24 years old, and I've seen some stuff that I shouldn't even supposed to be seeing. Like, I was in school. There was kids that was around, not even no closer than my age, pregnant. And it's like, really? Like, what's going on with the, like, what's going on here? Like, I was raised not to have sex at an early age and wait till I got married. And it's like, all these kids are having the younger kids I see every day, like 12, 13, 14, 15, long that line, is getting pregnant. And it's crazy. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing.
Well, you have an opportunity to do something to change it. So what will you do? What will you commit to from this day forward to see it change?
All it just needs to be is that the community need to find that one person that speaks the truth and knows what they're talking about, and gotta have that vibe, that type of people that agrees with you with that, and show and prove that that's what you're about. And then like Martin Luther King, how he did the civil rights movement.
Okay, but I'm asking you specifically, you young Aquarius, what will you commit to from this day forward to make change happen?
Keep on doing what I need to do to show the people that's right.
That's what's up. All right, bet. If people want to follow you on social media, how can they follow you? How can they get in contact with you, connect with you, and go from there?
You can follow me on Facebook, and my name is on Facebook is Little Mickey, and you can find me on there. You can follow me on here. Instagram is Little Mickey too. You can follow me on all about that. So just hit me up.
That's what's up. Appreciate talking with you. Try to connect with you on social media. Thank you for your perspective. Be the change that you want. Holla at you, Big Sam.